I'm Michael Butler. I'm the recorder of deeds for the city of St. Louis. I'm a former state representative and former member of the Missouri legislature. I am a Democrat, a strong Democrat, elected Democrat for 8 years. I am a St. Louis native, grew up in South City. I was blessed to have good parents and parents who were a great example of what we can do if we believe in our dreams and if we work hard for it. It has gone Republican for at least the last 4 elections. Although Barack Obama came within 1.8% of John McCain in this state in 2008. The majority of areas that are red are about between 55 and 65% Republican. While those districts are red, it doesn't mean that everybody, they're not even a huge overwhelming majority like in St. Louis, are Republican. So no, this is definitely a toss-up state when our national party invests and wants to, and we have the right message here. Black voters chose Joe Biden and gave him the momentum that he needed right at the time that he needed, and sent a message to the rest of the party that this is who is the best person for our party. Before the pandemic, there have been instances where we don't see or feel the federal government acting in your life, and you can't really pinpoint why things are happening. But I think the pandemic clearly showed that when you don't have leadership at the top, how it actually affects you day to day. My wife is pregnant. She's 8 months pregnant, so she's been pregnant throughout the entire pandemic. I want a future that's full of fairness for my children, and not just based on who's rich and who's poor. I grew up poor in this city, and I was very lucky. I want for my daughters, I love them to be smarter and greater than me, but no doubt, where they have a chance for economic success as anybody else. Where if they start a business or have a dream to do something big, that they're not hindered by their parents' finances. Here we go.
Good evening. Ella Baker, a giant of the civil rights movement,
Started off with a black woman.
left us with this
Look at
wisdom.
him.
Give people light, and they will find the way. Give people light.
While Joe Biden talked about the issues that are most important to me, which is reducing racism and issues that'll be important to Black America, he spoke about those issues in his soft voice, in a soft tone, and didn't give direct solutions to those issues. So from my perspective, that doesn't seem like a hard promise, and I would have reason for concern for that. And yet I'm still going to vote for him.
America's ever faced. Four historic crises.
I would hope that's not what people think Missouri looks like. I think most people will recognize that that couple are outliers when it comes to folks who live in St. Louis City, especially. I'm a little offended that the Republican Party would uplift those voices and not those of the family of George Floyd or the families of those who were present at the protest. And it seems that the Republican Party has made a strategy to win without any black votes or any outreach to people like me. I think that's a strategy that I hope will fail this time around.